Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 23 of Crusader Kings 2 with the Monks and Mystics DLC. We are slowly expanding out and taking more and more of England as we go. There's a few little bits and pieces up here. It's always worth having a look where we can grab land from people. We've got yet another sun. There's a lot of suns we're getting now. Looking down on my list, Alan Webber, you are the next one, so let's go ahead and put you in there. Apparently you are an illegitimate child. Didn't seem to say that, but that's fine. Okay, so we still want to grab this, and we want to grab Wales and have a double kingdom. We're going to have to go ahead and go to war with Pickland at some point as well. We could declare a war to make him a tributary, but I don't think we're going to be doing that. And my obesity and my hunger for food has left me with no desire left in my body. All that is left for me is to eat, eat, and eat. Was devastated to hear Kinswoman's harsh critique how my constant eating and bad table manners is revolting and everyone and that I severely need to diet. How rude. Everyone at court loves our dog. Excellent. The dog called Lucifer. Everybody loves him. Arbitrary. Right. Do we actually have... no, we've got a claim for somebody else, but... Come on, hurry up and give us a claim. Give me a claim so I can go to war with them. Take 2 more provinces. Not really an awful lot that I can do right now. We just need those provinces. Then once we get Wales, then we can go after Pickland. Child lacks an education focus. This is our daughter, so we will go... Yeah, let's make you intrigue. Dangerous factions, aren't there always? Saddle the horse. Are people disliking us a lot? Looks like they might be. The Duke of Essex doesn't like me all that much. Why not? You're angry for not being on the council. You're a good marshal. Who's my current marshal? See, the current marshal is another duke. Now, you would actually be a better chancellor. But nowhere near as good as my current chancellor, so I really don't want to move you. Do you have any other skills? Stewardship of 10. You're actually better than my current steward. Duke Vid. So let's make you a steward. You'll hate me slightly less. Don't lead troops. Go and collect tithe in Leicester. There we go. He'll still hate me a little bit, but not as much. We can go back here now, and we can even give him an honorary title like Master of the Hunt or something. We've got another unlanded son. It's going to have to wait. I don't really have too much more land that I can give away. Lost our court position. Let's get another one. We didn't catch the stag again. Training grounds has been built in Leicester. So who's this guy? He is just... He's craven and trusting. Gregarious, and he's a renowned physician. Sure, he'll do. Oh, let's make sure we unpause that again. Our daughter is a brilliant strategist. It's like the daughters are getting the better skills here. Are there any laws we can change? I don't really think we need to. So only the Pope may appoint bishops within realms. This will give the Crown a 50% piety cost discount when requesting special papal actions like divorce and excommunication or free investiture. Church vassal liege opinions go up. Vassals with bishops' opinions go up, but head of religion opinion goes down. It could be more useful for us. Don't really need centralisation. Don't really need to change any of this. We could go for free investiture. More opinion from vassals. We don't really do any interactions with the Pope anyway. So, you know, why bother? Let's just hope we can get rid of this heresy up here. We're working on it. It's going to be slow going. The reason, by the way, when you go to the religious tab, that Kent is a different colour is because in Kent you have the Bishopric of Canterbury, which is classed as a religious centre. Yeah, the Catholic faith considers Canterbury a holy site, so that's why it appears in a different colour. You'll find that there are quite a few holy sites around the world. There's one there in Cologne. Obviously, it's different religions. I think we only see the ones for ourselves. Obviously, Vatican is also white for us there. So just so you can see where the different holy sites are. Sites of important holy significance within the religion that we're playing as. Come on, Chancellor, with your 21 skill. She can become diligent. Sure, make her ambitious, we become bitter rivals. Everybody loves the dog, which is always good, because this should all... I think they stack. Oh, would you look at that? Another rebellion. Yay. Yeah, most of our vassals do like us. There's a few further down that don't. In fact, mostly these guys. It's our son, Earl of York. And the Earl of... Oh, no, the Earl of York likes me. It's the Earl of Chester and the Earl of Gwent. Chester is... Where now? My geography's failing me. Chester's there. So this is part of the Duchy of Lancaster. Am I the Duke of Lancaster then? Apparently not. I control this, do I? Duchy of Lancaster, Duchy of Lancaster, Duchy of Lancaster. I do apparently. Lancaster's not worth all that much. Well, I have a son that doesn't have any land, so let's go to... let's make sure we get the right son. Why didn't you get the right name? Let's grant you a landed title. Let's make you the... I'm confused now. It is that one. Right, okay. Now I know what I'm doing. So we go to you, we grant you a landed title, we give you that one and include the lower titles. And then we make you the... we need to create the Duchy of Lancaster, which is that one. Create the Duchy. And then we want to grant you the Duchy of Lancaster and include lower titles. There we go. It's made our domain smaller, but also if we go ahead and have a quick look now in the realm tree, we should see one fewer person that hates us. We've still got one that we can't really get rid of. This is a problem because we can't really make that into a duchy because it's one of the Welsh ones, and we really still need to sort things out with the Duke of Essex. In the meantime, though, we've still got this problem. We've also got the problem now that our vassals' armies are actually larger than my own. We actually just raised some troops down there where there were a load of Viking raiders, and I hadn't even realised, but either way, it worked out for us. I'll bring my new poisons. Time to do Satan's work. We don't need the Tats modifier, we'll just take the 100 dart power. We've got enough guys here, I think, to get this party started. Let's just get all you in, group you together. Again, you've got me... Right, oh, why does it keep unappointed commanders? This is the one thing that I really dislike about this game, that it seems to do with far too much regularity. And that is it constantly unappoints your commanders, and it doesn't even tell you when it does it. So every time you go into a battle, you end up having to mess around and reappoint your commanders all the time, and it's infuriating sometimes. Hopefully our chaplain will get stuff done and clear this heresy out so we can stop having to deal with this. In fact, this is turned blue. Oh, I was going to say, why is it turned blue? It's because I've got them on a different map mode. I was a little bit concerned there for a moment. And let's get the retinues home. The retinue's almost up to full size. Righteous imprisonment of our son. What are you up to? Trying to kill our nephew. Please stop. Right, let's get rid of most of these plots where we can. Again, I've stopped using the auto-end plots, because what happens with auto-end plots, and I have said this several times before, so if you've heard me say it, then, you know, apologies, but it's there's a reason why I point it out, because it's very important. If you have auto-end plots turned on, or auto-stop plots, what sometimes happens is you get the little icon saying you can arrest somebody. And if it's somebody that you want to arrest because it's a person that's been giving you some particular issues, then what you can do is you can go and arrest them, and you're not a tyrant because you have a legitimate reason to arrest them. They're plotting against you. But the problem is, if you've got auto-stop plots on, sometimes what will happen is that you'll click the button to arrest them, you'll click to arrest them, but at the same time in the background, even with the game paused, the plot has automatically been asked to end. So what will happen is they will no longer be plotting against you, and you will end up arresting somebody who you don't have a valid reason to arrest, and you'll become a tyrant. And then a lot of your vassals will hate you when you do that. So you do have to be a little bit careful. Travelling poet who calls himself a bard arrived today. You can become shy. If he does anything wrong, I'll break every bone in his body. Get some intrigue. He can stay for as long as he likes. Some monthly piety. Don't know why it's taking him so long down here to get this claim. He genuinely does have a 19.38% chance yearly of getting a claim there, and he can't seem to manage to pull it off. So much so, I'm actually oh, 7th revolt. So much so, I'm actually considering moving him, and just getting him to improve relations over here with this guy. Once again, we're raising up the units. You'd think, considering how many times they've revolted and how many times we've actually gone and beaten them, that by now they would just stop doing it. Okay, let's get you guys grouped together. Again, it's put me in the middle. Don't want to be in the middle. Let's get you guys to march in. You've all got into one province, which is really nice of you. So who's this we can arrest? Our steward. I don't really want to arrest you, but again, it's probably because you're plotting something. So if everybody would mind, like, not plotting stuff, that'd be great. This is our daughter, Call of Court Physician. The plot's being ended. There we go. And the other thing as well is every single time they have one of these revolts, is we end up arresting somebody. We've now got a we've certainly got this guy. We're just executing. Let's just go ahead and just banish him. Train our hunting dog personally. We've got raiders. We'll just go marching over here with the raiders. I'd forgotten that I'd got some units over here still. They might even beat me there, but we are about to just go and reinforce, so that's fine. Off goes the raiders. Seen the realm prosper. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and just disband those guys. Open council positions for a chaplain. Well, maybe you'll do a better job. Maybe you'll do a better job than the last guy, getting rid of that. So we can only hope. What actually happened to you anyway? You died of cancer. Obviously didn't pray hard enough. So, You are now my rival. An illegitimate daughter. No, you're a bastard of the dynasty, and you're an amateurish plotter. Well, it's somebody that we'll most likely never be playing as. I mean, I think our if we look at our family tree, not the family tree, it is the dynasty tree that I wanted to look at. So we are here. So all of these on this tree, let's go ahead and make this full screen. These are all members of our dynasty. So there's still quite a few of them that are alive. There's a few a fair few left that we can play as. Got a grandson there as well. The House of Leicester. But yeah, there's plenty of dynasty members, and all of these are House Aisling. Aisling is the dynasty. So we've got plenty of people left that we could play as if need be. So that is quite cool. I was really worried for a moment there. You probably can't see it on YouTube. Maybe you can. But just here, there's a little black mark on the parchment. And I can't see it anywhere else. But I had to minimize and check that it was still there and then move the window. And it does move with the window, because for a moment, I thought I had another dead pixel on my monitor. I was quite concerned that was a dead pixel. But apparently, no. It's just a black mark on the parchment. Paradox. That is a troll move. Stop it at once. Let's go ahead and play on, though. Who was that? Our sister was murdered. On the orders of Chief Herb of Sea. So somebody up here. So hopefully we're going to go ahead and get this guy to like us a little bit more. Now, what is your chance of improving relations? 68.48% per year. So I really do expect you to get that done. I've actually got the ability to arrest you. I'd rather not. I can't ask you to end your plot, though. The Earl of Essex. The Duke of Essex. So, right, you're the Duke of Essex and you want to control Essex itself. So how about then if I was willing to join your plot? I heard being a good Catholic... It's hard being a good Catholic these days, but my friend truly shocked when I realised we did not share the same religion. My dear friend is a heretic. And this is a random friend of mine. So we could lose some... We accept that she's Orthodox. To be a good friend, I should probably learn more about this religion. Sure, why not? I was remiss not to invite you in the first place. You may indeed join my plot to fabricate a claim on the county of Essex. So it's another daughter. She must learn on her own. So how is that plot going to work out? Doesn't have an awful lot of plot power. I mean, what we could do is... Right, hang on. Hang on a minute. So you're the Duke of Essex. You control the Duchy of Essex. Is this all the Duchy of Essex? But you don't control Essex proper. Why? Right, you've got the right liege. You've got the right... Are these... Essex, 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 Essex. These are all Essex. This is probably why he doesn't like me, actually, come to think of it. It's probably because we control... yeah, wants control of the county of Essex. So all I should be doing is going here to Essex and go transfer vassalage and transfer it to... No, that's not right. Did it the wrong way around. Go to you, transfer vassalage, and then transfer you Essex. Boom. That's what you wanted. Now, this guy... You, for some reason, are under the Duke of Kent. I suppose it's because you own two different counties in two different duchies. But now, this guy should actually like me. There we go. So that's good. Let's go ahead then and put you back to fabricating claims down here. Hurry up and get it done. Would really, really like to gain those two counties. In the meantime, I guess we do have a little bit of money. We could keep building some stuff up. What about Worcester down here? Get stables, military training ground, castle fortifications. Peasant revolts. Well, we'll be able to deal with that easy enough. We've got the 2 baronies down here, of course. Let's get the keep. More levy size, more garrison size. Peasant revolt is over there. We could go and just deal with it using the retinues, but let's get as many people over here as we can. It's going to take them a lot longer to siege it down than the religious ones were doing, so we can afford to wait for everybody to get there. Nomads have settled. Right. That's a bastard son. We don't care too much. Again, it's put me in the centre. As long as I'm not leading. Don't want to get killed off too easily. Saddle my horse? We're still not going to find that thing, of course. Ah! Unfortunate. We are vomiting. He thinks we're developing the Great Pox. To keep you from vomiting, he had you drink a tall glass of rare onion water following each of your meals. It's actually increased our health. And we gain fatigue. That is unfortunate. Do we have the dark healing? We do not. Can we go up a rank? We can indeed. Let's go ahead and do that. We didn't even summon the familiar either. We can go ahead and disband you. We can end the war. So, enforce demands. And get the retinue back to Leicester. So unfortunately, it's been a little bit slow going. We've not really been able to grab any extra land, which is what we wanted to do. We've now gained a cough. That is not good. Right, we've advanced to the next level. So now we want to go and use dark healing. Costs us 300 dark power. So we lose the cough, we lose the vomiting, we lose the fatigue, and we gain some exhaustion for a year. But that's fine. This time it will not escape me. We're exhausted, but we're going hunting the stag. Anyway, let's march over there and just try and chase off. Yeah, that's normally what happens. Normally they just run away. That's kind of what you expect is going to happen. So I've still got righteous imprisonment. You're still plotting, but you probably don't need to enact that plot anymore. You don't really need to fabricate a claim on the county because you now own the county. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. You're trying to fabricate a claim on the Duchy of Kent. Yeah, because even though he has a county in Middlesex, or he has a county in Essex, which is Middlesex, he also has a county in the Duchy of Kent. So even though he owns this county, his actual de jure liege is this duke here. Because you can't have 2 lieges, and as he owns 2 counties in 2 different duchies with 2 different dukes, it has to default to whichever one is his primary county. So his primary title, if we actually look, his primary title, the first one here, is the County of Surrey. That's his primary title. So that's why he is under the Duke of Kent. I mean, we could try and revoke that title from him. Can we not? Doesn't look like we can. I mean, this is our brother. We could try and kill him off. But we'll see what happens. We'll just allow time to go by. All we were trying to do is make it so that we weren't hated by, like, all of our vassals. And I think we're actually doing quite well. This guy's still going to be a problem. He's my rival, which is the main reason why he hates us so. And it is our uncle. Not sure if we can even do anything about that. Not sure if we can try... We can plot to kill him. We can try demonic possession on him. Try and recruit him for Satan. Possible plot power of 109%. Might be worth trying to kill him. Let's go ahead and do that. Go into our own plots. And we'll sort of auto-invite everybody. We might need to... we might need to grease a few palms to get this to happen. Let's see what it gets up to. It's already over 100%. 121%. Could probably afford to get a few more people involved in this. Why wouldn't you let me right-click on portraits anymore? That's weird. This is Riing. So again, we'll start with struggle. It's always a good one to do. Let's go back into intrigue. Who else could we get? Everyone else would say no. So we're just looking at the maybes. You're 8% for a maybe. 58 ducats. It's quite a few, but let's get rid of this guy because he hates us. So the more people we get on board, the better. 15, that's quite cheap. It's worth it. You're only 2%. 24. Yeah, every little bit is going to help. You're 7%. 30 ducats. Okay, that's as much as I'm willing to spend on that. But that gets us up to nearly 150%. So that will most likely fire. And we've got some tech. Fantastic. It all sounded as another of Duke's Oswald's paranoid delusions, but I had to agree when he invited me for a dinner that the food had an odd taste and a rather strange lingering aftertaste. Someone might be trying to poison the Duke. Believe someone's trying to poison him. You begin feeling unwell. Do that one. Vassal levies raised too long. Have I got some levies raised somewhere that I've missed? Yep. There we go. Always worth keeping your eye on that one. You have been approached by an old priest who is offering you an exorcism. Well, we are possessed. Let's give it a go. Did anything happen? We're still possessed. So, nothing really useful. Either way, though, I'm going to end the video here because we've gone well over time. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Crusader Kings 2. I will see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.